Hello everybody, it's Gail here from Ornamentology. Now then, I've had a little request for my chit chat this week from the lovely Kay, and she suggested I talk to you about me crazy crows. So I thought I'd talk about those. So here they are. This is the latest version, and this is Queenie with her little crown on, look, and her consort with his monocle and their little feet. Now, some time ago, probably about a year ago, year and a half, I found these crows and I bought a couple. And the idea was that I was just going to put them on my stall, and I was going to put some of my semi-precious stones necklaces around them and use them as display. And so I had about 3, I think, on my stall, and they're quite lovely, aren't they? Really, they're a bit nutty, really. So I'll just sit them on my like this. It's like a little crow chat. And so anyway, I bought them, and on a rainy day in Lincoln, I decided that I would decorate one. So I decorated one as a bloke, and I think I just put a monocle on him really, and that was it. And maybe I cut out a little blue bow tie, I think. And then I thought, you know, I could do a girl one, so I made a little coronet and put it and a little string of bits of pearlage that had little beads that look like pearls, and put them around her neck. And I referred to them as the Major and the Memsarb, and I took them to Papplewick pumping station with me and just put them on my stall. And I think they went to Breskinstein Gardens first, and then I put them on the stall. And this lady came up at Papplewick and found the Major and said, "Oh my word, that's amazing, I really like that." And I went into storytelling mode, and I made up some yarn about how this was the Major, and he had been sent off, remember it's steampunk, and he'd been sent off to India as a delegation to the trade committee, and that he'd taken with him his good lady wife, the Memsarb, and that she was also in my little setup, and but they weren't actually standing next to each other because they'd had a tiff over the kedgeree at breakfast. And I just made up some waffle. I may not even have been the waffle, but some waffle along those lines. And this lady said, "Oh, let me see the Memsarb," and she bought both of them, and I was absolutely astounded because they were just a prop, really. I didn't imagine that they were going to cause a stir. And so I got some more, and I sold a couple of them that weren't decorated, and then I thought, hang on, I've got something here. So I bought 10 of them. Sorry, my foot's hurting today. I bought 10 of them, and I've decorated them, and they've gone on their way. And I kind of make up a little story for each of them. I mean, this is Queenie. She's the Queen of Essex because she's all blinged up. And this is her consort, the very long-suffering Ethelred. And he just follows her about holding her shopping, really. And they fly about in Essex. And you know, you can just make up any story you like that goes with them, and it's just a bit of fun, really. But I thought these ones have now got their new nest to go to, so I'm going to put them to one side so they can have a little chat about that. They've got their new nest to go to, but I shall be making some more, decorating some more. I don't have a vast stock of them, but when the window of availability comes next time, I shall get a few more. And I have a notion for making a Dracula one with little fangy teeth. This one's got a moustache on. I've put some moustaches on some. I spent a whole cup of tea debilitating, that's not the word at all. Trying to decide, I'll come to the word, trying to decide whether the moustache should go above the beak or below it. And then I came to the conclusion that the beak was actually a mouth and nose all in one, so it was mostly the mouth, so it had to go above it. But you know, these things, these not first world problems, but these little problems do float in and out of my head. But yeah, so there will be more with moustaches. I may even put moustaches and beards on some of them, and they may even be the lady ones as well. I've some notions for some kind of bearded ladies, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. I quite like the idea of a little toupee on some of them, and I may do that also. But I don't know. It's all to be arranged, really, and that's the story of them. They're kind of like a happy accident, if you will. But it's amazing what sort of takes people's fancy, isn't it, in life? Anyway, that's today's little chat about the world of crazy ornamentology crows. Thank you very much for your time today, and thank you for listening. If you like all this nonsense, just subscribe in the usual ways. You know, come and find me on my YouTube channel. And if you've got any ideas for, you know, something that I make or do that you'd be interested in knowing a bit more about, how I got started with it, just let me know. Requests are taken and considered. Thank you very much for your time again today. Bye now.